Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be building this big apartment building that you see here, so let's just get straight into it. Right, so I'm going planning my builds, so my builds don't look like an absolute madhouse like last week's build did. So I'm going to plan the exterior of this build. If you don't want to watch the planning, that's fine. You should be able to check the chapters below and skip straight to the Minecraft building if you'd like to, but I am going to get started with the planning straight away. Okay, so this is a quite simple plan. This mainly was to plan how big I wanted each of the rooms to be, and then like obviously how many floors I wanted, how far back. I just wanted the basic shape of the building. How far back is it going to go? How tall am I going to want it? And how is that going to play into the size of the rooms? So the current size of the rooms is about 5 by 5. So you're gonna have 25 blocks of space, which isn't loads, but you're in an apartment building. What do you want? Also planning to have a little road out here with some lampposts, just kind of add to the effect of it, I guess. I'm not really sure how that's going to carry on into other builds and stuff, but it doesn't matter. It's part of the aesthetics for this build. So let's get straight into Minecraft, Minecraft, and start building it. Right, so now I'm going to start working Minecraft. I've got my little block palette set up here. I'm just going to build the shell to start with, so that is walls, roof, windows, maybe the balconies, possibly the road as well, but we'll see how I feel when we get to that. Let's go. There we go. That is the shell of the building done. Pretty much exactly to plan. I got the little line down the middle there. This side looks a little empty, and it's the same on the other side. So I'm not sure if I might want to put something else on the outside here, just because there's less windows, but we'll work on that later on. All of the windows are in place. You've got kind of this is where the room is going to be to split the rooms, and there's like a hallway down the middle is how I'm imagining it. We've got quite a few different floors. This ended up being a lot shorter than I thought it was. When I started doing the roof, I realized it is not much taller than anything else here. I don't think it's even taller than the bakery if you include the chimney, and certainly not taller than the overgrown cottage. I've done a few little bits on the roof here. This is the first bits of detail. You got your classic like air conditioning unit thingy, daylight sensors and pressure plates of fun, fancy stuff, lanterns lighted up, and just random electronic stuff to just add to the aesthetics, because why not? It doesn't have to mean something, it just looks like it means something. Lightning rods, it's just a fun little spire thing. Made an antenna and just put a hopper on top because that's the closest thing to a radar dish, I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's anything else that really works as a radar dish. So that's just a little bit of detailing on the roof that just makes it look a little more fancy and makes it not empty. Jeez, that is loud. I am so glad you guys can't hear that, but I can, and it is very loud. And I did end up doing the road here. It's a small road, there's not much to it. I might change it in future if I want to connect all of these buildings together, which I have thought about, but I'm not sure. Lampposts, I'm not sure if those walls are right. I feel like there could be a better wall to use, but I haven't quite found it yet. That could be better, actually. Blackstone bricks. You know what? I'll do that. I'll change that, and then we can get to the interior a bit, I suppose. We'll do the floor and some walls, and then we can work on the actual design, the decoration, all of the rooms, what each room is going to look like, that kind of thing. And then these balconies. I think these balconies will actually come out further, so you have like the metal bars around there. I just started off with one layer because that's just kind of what looked good for the moment. I'm going to start off with very basics, flooring and walls and stairs probably as well. So this will allow me to map out where each of the individual rooms will be, and there's millions of flats everywhere because there is on every single one of my builds. Ugh. Yeah, so basically it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like there's 4 rooms on each floor, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we will have 8, 12, 16 rooms in total. Although one of these front rooms might actually be like a check-in area or something. I'm not check-in, it's not a hotel. But like a service desk area, you get what I mean. So I am going to get to work on that now. Right, so I have managed to place the windows on the front exactly where the walls are because I'm an idiot. Um, why have I done that? I don't know. I'm just gonna have to fix that now. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I mean, now you're gonna have the balcony and then you're just gonna have a window right there. It looks really nice from the front, but now I've like, that's where the walls are. You can't, it's already not a big place. You know, you got like a bed and a chest, maybe an armor stand there. You can have a toilet in the corner. I don't know. I'll get to that later. But yeah, now I'm going to have to move the windows. That's annoying. But whilst I have you here, I'm actually going to talk you through a bit more of the build because I realised that I've just talked about what I've been building, not why I've been building. So, concrete, it's smooth. Apartments are supposed to look kind of modern, and it's kind of the modern day thing. Oh, this is modern housing. This is what it looks like. And it's smooth and it's nice, and that's what it's supposed to look like. But apartments also are supposed to be cheap, and it's a lot cheaper to have concrete choo spiring up into the sky than bricks, cement, bricks, cement, bricks, cement. It's a lot easier just to pile up really tall with cement, which is also a really dull colour. Cement, why? You wouldn't build it out of cement. Concrete. I meant concrete then. Brick, cement, big spire of concrete is apartment. I definitely know what I'm talking about. Definitely. I'm not just a 16-year-old who has absolutely no experience with building whatsoever. Certainly not. But concrete is also a pretty dull color. It's pretty dull gray. And so you get the problem with apartments is that they're just really dull. They're not very vibrant in the modern landscape unless you make like a really nice one that you see online sometimes. But most of them look like this, really dull colors. The only bit of color on this is like the purple to separate the rooms, which should be there as well, actually. And that is the only sprite of color. So that's why I've done that. And the same goes for the inside. You're going for these dull colours. It's very cramped. You might find in a lot of places. I'm thinking of the film Attack the Block right now because that is a really good film that I've seen. And you have like the cramped hallways with the doors on each side, and that's kind of the thing here. You have the stairs at the end. Luckily, the spacing with the doors is absolutely perfect for where the stairs are going to be. I just did a tough because tough is again a really bland color. It's quite smooth, so I think it fits in quite well. It does kind of block the window a bit, but you're gonna get that. I'm not really sure there's much I can do there unless I put the windows kind of up here instead and made them go upwards so they lined up better. I am actually going to do that. So now I'm moving the windows. I'm going to move those as well. And then we'll kind of repeat the process up here. The stairs might be on this side this time. Instead, it is symmetrical. So I can put the stairs on this side this time. And so you'd have to walk through the corridors before going up the stairs again. Or I might just do spiral staircase. Spiral staircase might be easy. Would spiral staircase be easier? I don't think it would be. I'll think about it. I'll experiment with both. I'll try both, see what looks better, and I'll go for that. But for the moment, it is time to play around with some windows. Oh, also the doors. There aren't really good doors for apartment. There's not any dull doors. The dullest of doors is like the dark oak. But I don't like the dark oak in this sense because it's like darker than the rest of it, which makes it seem less dull. The red, it is still quite vibrant. It is quite a big piece of color, but it's still got that kind of darkness to it. It's not really a crimson red, but it is a darker red. And I think this kind of style of door and the red is kind of like an old-timey kind of thing. It's probably not, but in my mind it is, and that makes me think, oh, it's like a vintage kind of apartment. It's one of the first apartments, you know. It's still got a wooden door on it, which I think is a really cool thing. And I think for the doors on the inside, I could do what would be really nice is a jungle door would be good, but then also have like an acacia door there because something that you'll see on a lot of houses and apartments, at least in the UK, is kind of like a cage door on the front and then the actual door behind. That's something that you get quite frequently, which is probably worrying, but yeah, who cares? Um, nope, that way. Nope, it was the other way. I'm being an idiot. And I can hear the bell going off in the redstone shop next door with all the bats. But yeah, and that I think will be a really nice little thing for aesthetics. Maybe not have it on all of the doors, but just have it on a few of them. And that's kind of how I envision apartments in my head. Um, so I'm actually going to do the windows now instead of getting distracted and talking about doors for 2 minutes. So let's do that. Okay, it looks a lot more bland on the front now, so I think we are going to have to add more through the middle here. I might try and type out kind of like a name. So if I have like A, B, C, something like that, or like a logo kind of thing down the middle, just type out like the initials of like apartment business, that kind of thing. That might be interesting to do. I'd also like to talk quickly about the decision to use tinted glass because it's making it really dark on the inside. Now, one thing with the glass is I think kind of the colored glass um, makes it really hard to see through. Black glass, I don't think is so bad actually now that I'm looking at it, but often I think the colored glass isn't brilliant. I think the tinted glass just has an extra little bit of shine to it They work really nice on the front of this. The black glass, I mean, I'm looking through the black glass there, and it just looks like there's nothing there. It looks the same, almost exactly the same as there. But the tinted glass has a nice little extra shine to it. You can see the purple rim around the outside, which I think is much nicer rather than it look just kind of looking empty. I feel like if it was brighter on the inside, say if I used a sea lantern, it works a bit better, but not really. Just let there be light. Again, still not brilliant, and I think the tinted glass is just a bit nicer, giving it that bit of extra shine, a bit of extra something to it. It just looks nice. I can never describe why it looks nice. It just looks nice. So I am going to carry on with that, and now I'm going to go back to building up the hallways and the walls, and yeah, let's just keep doing that. Okay, I'm just going to have to start installing lights as I go along because it is getting unbelievably dark, which also means I need to select the light source. Frog lights might actually be pretty good for this. Might look a bit like black mold, but hey, it's all part of the fun. Every apartment comes with just a little bit of black mold. Or I could go for the slightly exposed copper bulbs. Those work quite well. Let's have a look-see. This is in... Oh, that just flew into nowhere. If I do these, they look alright. Frog lights are a lot brighter. That's something I didn't know. Frog lights are much brighter. And that looks a much more like kind of... Oh, what is it? It's like your... Not iridescent light. Is it iridescent lights? Ah, I can't remember what they're called now, but kind of like the lights you'd see in offices and stuff, in the roof, either in like roof tiles or sometimes you have like pipes of them hanging down. If you get what I'm talking about, you probably don't. I might try and put an image in editing if I can, but it kind of look in my head. I think I know what I'm looking at, and I think I really like it, and I'm going to use the string lights. Okay, so I think it looks nicer just doing a spiral staircase just because of where the windows are. I think it just lines up very well with that. So I think I'm going to go with that rather than having to kind of run across the hallway to get to the stairs again, which also just kind of works for practicality. I mean, you don't want to have to like come up one set of stairs, run across the hallway, up another set of stairs, run across the hallway. That's just awkward. Why would you want that? So spiral staircase it is. I could install a lift, but then again, I'm not a psychopath, so I'm not going to install a lift. I'm not mumbo jumbo. I cannot redstone. As you've seen with the redstone shop, honestly, this thing took me so long. This is the build that has taken me the longest, and it's purely because of these stupid redstone contraptions, half of which don't even work. Ugh, I realized I actually took a chunk out of one. Oh, don't litter. Never litter. Destroy it in the void of eternity instead. This thing's such a pain, and I'm never going to stop talking about it. Because the video didn't even perform well, and I knew it wasn't going to perform well, because this thing, looks like absolute rubbish in compared to everything else. Oh, but it took so long. And this guy won't stop making so much noise. Desktop audio is turned off in OBS, so you can't hear it. But this guy is so loud. What I wouldn't give to get rid of him right now. But murder is wrong. So goodbye. Right, so that is all of the inner workings completed. Now I suppose it's just time to get straight onto decoration. These rooms here are a bit taller, and I kind of imagine these rooms as being like landlord's room, special guest's room, that kind of thing. I might even open them up to be, that might be a bit much to open them up to be like two rooms is one room. I'll think about that when I get to it. Because what I build on these top floors is very much going to still be based on what's on the bottom floors. So I'll work on the bottom ones first, but this could be like a special guests area kind of thing, which I think will be fun. The fog lights, have I been calling them shroom lights? I think I've been calling them shroom lights. The frog lights are working very well, and I think I'm going to use those in the rooms too. So I am going to get to work on decorating the first room right here, and then pretty much copy pasting it in the other rooms. Right, so this is kind of going to be the basis for the rooms, I think. So bed, clock, that kind of comes as standard. You've got like a bedside table kind of chest here. You've got like bigger storage here, ender chest, that's kind of a Minecraft thing. Crafting table in the corner, again like a Minecraft thing. Furnace thing, just a furnace. Kind of your oven, and right next to the sink, I kind of imagine it, which I've just thought, oh my goodness. Um, Sink, that's your tap. Your tap is the Yeah, I'm really proud of thinking of that actually. Um, I kind of doubled down on the lights. No, you can't turn off the lights. Why would you be able to turn off the lights? You silly Billy. Why would you ever want to turn off the lights? Don't you want to live in eternal brightness? Of course you do. I also just realised those are directional, so I'm going to want to make sure that the rest of them are all facing the same way. Armor stand, clothes, wardrobe, that kind of thing. And I've also just realised I was going to make that into like the service desk thing, and I've turned it into a room anyway. Okay, good for me. But this is kind of the basis that all of them are going to follow. I'll use some different colours and maybe a slightly different format elsewhere, maybe some different armor. Um, but that is pretty much it. Only other thing I'm going to want to put is a sign, and we'll use bamboo because bamboo looks nice. Just number one. That's all it is. Plain and simple. So now, rinse and repeat. Pretty much. I will see you when I'm eventually done. Okay, so that was extremely tedious to do and took probably a bit more time than it should have. But all of the rooms are done and are in like the exact same style. It's just the armor and beds that are different in every room. We do have our first residents, unfortunately. They are so annoying and loud. That's fine. The only thing left to do now are the top floor rooms, which I'm not quite sure what I want to do with them next. But first, I'd like to do like the little service desk at the front. I think that's going to be my next step, and I think that's going to be what I'm most interested in to do next once these idiots get out of the way. So I am going to get to work on building something here. Still not 100% on what I want to do, but I'll figure it out. Honestly, how are there so many bats? I am going insane. I can't do anything. I hate it. Alright, so this is a very little, small arrangement. Not much here, just a bit of a waiting set down area. This is supposed to be kind of like a computer thing. I don't think it works brilliantly. I don't think there's much alternative, so that's kind of just what it is. If you have any alternatives to computers that would work better, do let me know because I'm very open to the idea because I really just don't know at the moment. And some chests for storage back here. And, what do you mean all of the bats are suddenly missing and, the wandering trader? Because I definitely didn't make a decision that I almost instantly regretted that may or may not have destroyed all of the item frames and armor stands as well, also including all of the paintings that are around that, may have been a key part of one of my builds that made up a good portion of the interior. It now just makes me really want to never play Minecraft again. Definitely not. No, certainly not. I'm not going to be crying after I finish making this video that has to be uploaded tomorrow and I've not even started editing yet. It's fine. So I'm now going to finish off the last bit of the book. Oh, and also whilst doing that, I realised, I didn't do 2 of the rooms that also need to be done. So I'm going to finish off by doing these last 4 rooms on the top floor, and then filling in those last 2 rooms that I didn't actually do before. Then I'm going to edit this video, and then I'm going to cry. That are still everywhere. Oh my word. At least the rooms are done now. You can see inside they got a jukebox, they got a double bed. Ooh, it's all fancy. And now I've also realised I still need to do the balconies and like the words going down here. So I'm gonna do that now. I've suddenly become all for vertical slabs. I really need vertical slabs for this. There we go. That is too big. Oh, the letters are too big. But how do I do? Do I just need to do really small? I'm gonna have to do letters kind of like that, which means I can only do certain letters and still have it fit. There we go, LLC. In my head, London Luxury Constructions. I don't know. Give me a break. I tried my best. I could make it a bit better by using some stairs, I guess. Would that make it better, or does that just make it look like a J? I think that just makes it look like a J. I don't think that's any better. Is that any better at all? Just a little bit of stairs. Sure, we'll go with it. Okay. And now I believe everything is done. For the balconies, a little bit of a difference. I did iron bars for the cheap ones, and then for the expensive ones, I did walls, which I think just adds a little bit to it. And I am actually going to add some walls to the bottom, I think. Am I? Is that too much? Kind of makes wanting to make it feel a bit more supported, but I don't know if it actually is at all. Is it too much? Do I just do one? Is this even the right shade of wall? I think just the one wall works, and we can go with that. And I'm just thinking now, I forgot to put doors on some of the things because I need doors on the balcony, for which I might use the jungle door again. That seems sensible. And I'm going to do these from the outside because that makes it look nice from the outside. Yep, and it also adds a bit of colour to the front, which I don't mind. No, I don't mind that at all. And I do just need to go upstairs because I forgot to put doors. There we go. Now I am actually done. Like, properly done. And I'm now going to spend a lot of time editing this. Goodness me, it feels like every single build takes longer and longer. That is the apartment block. Done. Lovely jubbly. Let's have a walkthrough. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. It's certainly a lot better than last week's one, at least in my opinion. It was a lot more fun to build, even though it got a bit tedious at points. So, like I said, thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'll see you all next week. But even if I don't, have a nice day. Goodbye. And as always, stay creative. Now, if you don't mind, I've got some paintings to put back up. Oh, gosh. How did I manage to mess that up? What? God damn it.